Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be talking about hitting tips. I'm gonna be talking about, kind of my philosophy, my settings, how I play the game, all in about 8 minutes. I want it to be a digestible amount of information that's not like too much or too little. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it here. While we're getting into it though, I appreciate you guys hit the sub button. I just got over 4,000 subs, so thank you. Also, it's 1:20 in the morning right now, and I'm recording this. I'm a little bit tired. But first thing you want to do is go into custom practice. It's in the main menu. You go all the way down to the bottom right here. And with custom practice, you're going to have a lot of different things you'll be able to do. Obviously, it was talked about the feature premieres, but you can do fielding practice, pitching practice, whatever. So we're doing batting. Just to start things off, I want to make just a couple things. It doesn't even matter. It's a sinker, but we'll do Verlander's do four-seam fastball. So you can pick. First of all, you can pick what pitches you want. You can pitch what zone they go in. This is more intricate stuff later on when you feel like, man, I'm struggling on fastballs away. Well, now you can come in here and click fastballs away. But specifically what I'm talking about today is timing and getting your timing down when you're playing in ranked seasons. If you're playing in BR and you want to time up on All-Star, let's talk about how all that works. But before we get into that, I want to talk about my settings that I use. So when I'm playing on everything but legend difficulty, I play on strike zone high. The settings that I talk about are the ones that are important. So strike zone high, obviously playing on zone. If you're not playing on zone, then this hitting tips video won't help you that much. This is, in my opinion, the best way to play the game. And then I literally just have the inner part PCI center onto diamonds, and then inner and outer are both off. I like having as little on the screen as possible, but when I play on legend, I need a little bit of help. This is what my training wheels PCI looks like. This is what I call it, the training wheels PCI. So you go diamond inner, and then outer you go reverb. I like to go cyan, where are you at? And then 60, there you go. So what this looks like, let me show you here first of all. So this doesn't have to just be you playing on like legend, for example. This can be, and I just missed a fastball in the middle because I was talking there, but this can be something that if you feel like you're trying to get in the swing of it, this is a setting that you want to kind of ease yourself into. But this is a really good setting on legend for me, I feel like, because I think it's, it makes it easier for you to hit the ball, I think, because it's visually helps you the ball a little bit. Now I want to talk about the actual like holding of your controller and how this all works. So the philosophy that I have, first of all, with your thumb is that you want to be having your thumb on the joystick, not like on the side, not on the top. You want to have your thumb, to me, like on the joystick. And also, it's another thing too. I play with control freaks, Galaxy control freaks. It's not something you need, but I feel like it helps you play really well. I feel like these control freaks help me out a lot. If you would like them, the link is in the description. I don't have a code for you, but like that's what I use. And then the next thing I like to do is sit in a zone. So one of the introductions this year is PCI anchoring. So if I want to sit up and in, I can click there. If I want to sit low and inside, then I can actually click like down here like that using the L3. And then that's where I start my PCI at. Now I'm going to tinker with it a little bit, but I feel like I'm going to probably just want my PCI where I'm moving it, where I feel comfortable. And for me, that's low and, with Buxton, low and inside. But the bottom left-hand corner is where I like to sit my PCI at. And I want to talk about what this philosophy means. Instead of wiggling around your PCI like this, like crazy, to me, baseball is a sport about repetition, and the video game is about repetition, right? So if you're starting your jump spot from the same location pre-pitch every single time, your brain will start to get used to the muscle memory of, okay, if I'm starting my PCI here and I see a fastball, now that's what it feels like to snap up to that fastball, because your brain is used to that launch angle, like coming from, for me, for example, this lower inside half. Like if I go lower inside and I see a fastball up, I've done this so many times to where I know what like jump into that fastball looks like, right? Now, another thing, and this is where I think my hitting tips are valuable, because it's not just, saying, wow, watch me hit the ball. Something I started doing about 2 years ago is the idea of a cadence when you play. So when I'm batting, so I'll show it right here without batting, first of all. But I click X 3 times every single pitch. So let me get nice and close here. The first time I click X is when the front foot leaves. The second time is when the hands break the glove. And the third time is when it gets to the plate. So I'll talk, click, click, and then click. So to me, I'll do it one more time. So click, click, click. Obviously, I'm not holding anything on the joystick, so I'm not going to hit that. But the point of what I do there is the same kind of philosophy that happens with keeping your joystick in one spot and the idea of muscle memory, right? So our first part, we're talking about launching from one angle of the strike zone up to another. Now we're talking about teaching your brain to understand, the whole sequence of the at bat. For me, I also feel like, I drink a lot of caffeine when I play, but in general, I feel like I'm a pretty jittery person. So it's also nice that it gives my, body something to do while the pitch is coming. I'm pressing a button, but I'm not just pressing it to press it. I'm pressing it with purpose. I'm pressing it when they lift their front foot up. I'm pressing when they break their hands, and then I'm pressing when the ball comes to the home plate. And when you mix it all together, it usually works out pretty well. Now, another thing as well when it comes to getting yourself ready to play online, because that's all that we're doing in custom practices, preparing ourselves, right? So one, you want to kind of line yourself against pitchers that you feel like you struggle with. So if you feel like you struggle versus Aroldis Chapman, you should be practicing versus Chapman. But the point of what I'm bringing up right now is how you get yourself ready for playing at different difficulties. So if you're playing ranked seasons, you feel like you're primarily playing on Hall of Fame. One thing that I like to do is the idea of, in actual baseball, when you put like a big piece on the bat when you're warming up, so when you go up to the plate, it feels a lot lighter. So if you want to play on Hall of Fame, you should warm up on Legend. If you want to play BR, you should warm up on Hall of Fame. The idea of this is that your bat speed is faster, but the point that I'm bringing up as well is that, just because that works for me doesn't mean it works for everybody. So that's the guidance, is usually that's what you should get yourself ready, is practicing on a higher difficulty. So then even further to that, if you play on Legend, going in the sliders and amping all the pitch speeds up is another way you can get yourself ready for, like, Legend, for example. There's always things you can tinker around with, but this isn't something you have to do. But if you want, in my opinion, because you want to be earlier rather than late, if you want to have a quick bat, warming up versus the higher difficulty compared to what you're playing on is very important. And with that, BR is playing an all-star difficulty. Ranked seasons fluctuates, but anything below 900 to 700 is Hall of Fame, and then anything above 900 is Legend. Anything below 700 is on All-Star, and then I believe 450 below is like Veteran or something. But All-Star to Legend is basically what we're talking about. So I hope you guys all found this video helpful. Again, I'm going to be posting a ton of videos this upcoming April, May, all throughout the cycle. So if you guys have anything you would love to have questions on or a video on, tips-wise, please feel free to let me know. But also, I'm going to be uploading a lot of gameplays, pack openings, a lot of fun stuff as well. And it's 1:33 in the morning for me right now, so I'm ready to go to bed. But I appreciate you all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.